What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Pick Plug back again with another video, and today we'll be hopping into Sunday's picks for today. Now, we are definitely looking to cash out on these props. We did hit one of the props from yesterday, but unfortunately, we did miss two of them. We missed the over on Austin Reeves' points, and we missed the under on Jabari Smith Jr.'s points. So we are definitely looking to bounce back in today's picks. So if you guys are tailing from today's picks, please let me know down in the comment section below. Also, please give me some insight on some of your own picks, some personal picks that you may have found out on your own. I do appreciate all of that advice. That does help out the channel a lot. So please let me know down which in the comment section below which picks you guys are going to be making. So without further ado, let's hop into this video. If you guys are interested in BetUS, they're actually having a promotion right now, so you guys can go ahead and use code trophy for 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits plus 10% gambler insurance. So you guys can go ahead and try that out for yourself. Also, if you guys do try this code out, you guys can send me proof that you did use this code and the deposit. And you did deposit on using this code. Just send me proof and I'll get you guys a free month of VIP along with this promotion that they are doing on right now. So it is a win-win. All you guys gotta do is click that link in the description below and try it out right now. So without further ado, let's hop into the first pick for today. All right, so for our first pick, we'll be going for points plus rebounds plus assists tab, and we'll actually be going for Giannis 50.5 points plus rebounds plus assists, and this one is going to be for more. Looking at his last 5 games, we can see that he's hit this line 2 out of the last 5 games, and he is averaging 48.8 in the last 5. He was very close against Philly. He did only have 50, and he was off by 0.1, so he could have hit that on the over for that line. So that was a tough, very narrow line right there. Against Sacramento, he was pretty close as well. But all of these games are pretty close except for Golden State. This was not a close margin at all. So we can definitely see him go on the over for tonight. If you guys look here on Outlier, which you guys can get for yourself, a free 7-day trial, you guys can use this amazing optimizer tool. You can see that he is actually 6 out of 10 in the last 10 games. And head to head, we can see that he is 100% hitting this line. He has hit this line twice in the 2 times that they have played. And this is because he is playing against KD. We all know that whenever he plays against KD, he does love to play very aggressively. And against the Suns, it is always a good matchup. So we definitely see more of that tonight. We can see that the margin wasn't too crazy, especially in the last game. So we can definitely see a solid game for him with high usage rate minutes. Now he is averaging 35.2 minutes in the last 10 games. For this game, I do expect honestly, we could expect around 40 minutes for tonight's game. I do expect him playing a very high usage rate, so he should definitely have plenty of time to go on the over for this prop. Looking here, overall, his matchup is looking like he's going up against a team that is 16th in points allowed, and they are 4th in rebounds allowed and 10th in assists allowed. Now versus the power forward position, we can see that they are actually 20th in points allowed. They give up so many points, and 7th in rebounds allowed and 3rd in assists allowed. So they give up a solid amount of points and rebounds. We know Giannis is definitely one of the best rebounders in the NBA, so this should not even affect him at all. He is definitely going to be getting like over 10 rebounds for tonight's game. So this is honestly a guaranteed 35 right here, and he does get a solid amount of assists. In his last game, he did have 7 assists, and in the last 10 games, he did have a game that he did have 16, or he did have 12 assists in one game. So he definitely knows how to share the rock. So I would say that he should be able to go on the over for this prop. Just by honestly points and rebounds alone, he should have a solid chance of going on the over for this prop. But if not, we do have a solid chance as well for going on the over for this prop with assists included. Now, if you guys think that this is a little bit too high and you guys are feeling a little bit risky, you guys can go for the chalkboard prop, which will be able to alternate the line. you guys can go for this prop on the chalkboard. You can lower this down to 47.5 and have a higher chance of hitting it. I'm pretty sure you can lower that down even more. So you guys can just play around with that number right there. It is a great app to use if you guys are looking to have lower bets and win easier money. So if you guys are looking and you guys are interested in that, make sure to use code TROPHY for 100% deposit match and click that link in the description below and use it on your first deposit. Hopping into our next prop, we're going to be using similar reasoning with our first prop, and we'll be going for the points tab, and we'll be going on the over for Kevin Durant, 25.5 points, and this is a solid prop considering that in the last 5 games, he's averaging 30 in the last 5 games, which is well over his line. He did have an odd game against the Hornets, having 13 points, and against Boston, which is one of the top defenses, if not the best defense in the league, he did have 20 points. Now, this was a pretty tough game for him, but here against Milwaukee, this is a definitely solid matchup for him tonight. Again, we did see that against the Boston Celtics, which again, they are most likely the best defense in the league. He did have 45 points, and the game before that, he did have 35. So he was coming off a pretty hot streak, and he did have a little bit of a dip off, but we should see him coming back today with a solid game. Now, looking here on Outlier, we can see that head to head, the game that they did play before, which was last month, he did have 28 points, and the game wasn't a tight game, but he definitely had a solid game, and he did go on the over, having almost 30 points. Now, looking here overall, they are a team that gives up 20th most in points, and against the small forward position, they are 7th in points. They still do give up 19 points. Now, against the power forward position, they are 22nd, which Kevin Durant does switch back and forth from, but we can see here overall they are 20th in points allowed. If you guys are interested in the injuries list, Josh Okogie and Damian Lee are out, so you guys can take this into account. Josh Okogie will be out. He does get a solid amount of minutes, but this should not affect too many things, too many different variables. I do believe that Kevin Durant should still be going on the over for this prop either way. Now, looking here, we can see his usage rate has been pretty high as of recently. It is normal, but he has averaged 38.1 in the last 10 games, and I do expect around 38 minutes for tonight's game as well. So we should definitely see some solid game playing. Now, if you guys are looking at the points plus assist tab, this is also a solid prop to go for. But the reason why I'm going for the points instead of the points plus assist is because he did not actually go on the over for this line in the last game. He needed one more assist to go on the over, or two more assists to go on the over, and he just narrowly missed it, only having 29. Now, this is definitely an odd game for him. I do think that he should be able to go on the over for tonight, but for right now, we're going to be sticking with the 25.5 points margin. Hop into our last prop. Now, again, if you guys are looking for an extra prop in tomorrow's video, let's get this video to 250 likes, and I'll give you guys an extra prop in tomorrow's video. But for our last prop, we'll be going for the points plus rebounds plus assist tab, and we'll be going all the way down to Luka Doncic, 51.5 points plus rebounds plus assists, and this one is going to be for more. His matchup against Denver is looking very sweet tonight. He has averaged 52.4 in the last 5 games, but I do think this is a very solid line for him to go on the over for tonight. Looking here on Outlier, again, we can see that he is 8 out of 10 in the last 10 games, and he did have very solid games against very competitively defensive teams, like for example the Boston Celtics. He did go on the over for that. So the Cleveland are a solid defensive team. Miami is a very solid defensive team coming back from the All-Star break. So he's honestly been on a pretty good streak as of lately. He did have an odd game against the Warriors, but they did still end up winning that game. I'm sure if it was the opposite way and they were losing, he would have most likely went on the over for this line. Now, looking here at Denver, they are a pretty tough defensive matchup. Again, they are 7th in points allowed, 7th in rebounds allowed, and 9th in assists allowed. But this should not affect Luka Doncic at all because, again, he is playing very exceptional. And in the last game that he did go on the under for this prop, he only had 29 minutes. Normally, he does average around more than 36 minutes. He is averaging 36 minutes, 36.9 minutes in the last 10 games. But for tonight's game, I do expect him to have 38 minutes in up. So I definitely do see him go on the over for this prop against the point guard position. They are 5th in points allowed, 11th in rebounds allowed, and 6th in assists allowed. So this is just overall a solid prop to go on the over for. He has hit this line in the last 2 games that they have played. So if you guys are telling this prop, let me know down in the comment section below, as well as any of the other picks that you guys are going to be tailing. I do appreciate all your insight. Let's get this video again to 250 likes if you guys do want a bonus prop tomorrow's video. But thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.